fellow Ambazonians, at this stage, I'm very, very weak because I believe the struggle is already ending. And if you say the struggle is already ending, we have to tender an apology letter to Mr. Paul Biya. And that is the struggle right now. We are useless and we are hopeless if we don't take an action. Our women and children are becoming very, very angry with us that we cannot protect them. That is the reality.
My country people them, today I want to make prediction. And my prediction now say the end of this Ambazonia armed insurrection will be February 2019. Will now listen.
Gosh, I don't know even me and see these killings when they pile somebody over. What do bloggers really tell you guys when they come online and spend 3 hours? What do they really? Because I've never had the time to really sit and watch. What do they tell you guys? Now, oh no, we should make a tax system. We should start taxing colonial tax because now we have to pay taxes. Is that what they tell you? Is that what they tell you? Oh, we should form government. Oh, and no, a government is good, yeah, because we have to govern ourselves. Is that what they tell you? You have not even defeated the toe of the enemy. You want to govern your leg? You cannot. Hachalambo kalazunda lokondo yukundu bila pala sunduku yundu. This is stupid. You've arrested citizens, arrested your own, kidnapped your own citizens, chopped off their own fingers. You've kidnapped generals. They are coming to fight you. They are not going anywhere. They are coming to fight you and take pictures, slaughtering you guys and piling you up like dirt. We've seen photos from Manfe where boys are being killed and piled like dirt, one above the other. Horrible, gory, horrific photos. And you're here saying, oh, don't take the war into La Republic. Don't take the war into... Are you stupid?
So, we have a lot on our hands. As I'm coming live, I've seen some corpses in Bamenda, death. Every day, they kill our Amba boys. And let us record that each day, we have at least 10 deaths each day. Know that each day in Ground Zero, we have at least 10. And we cannot be losing people at this rate and we think that we will win. No, we are not in essence winning. That's the truth. We are not in essence winning. We cannot be losing people each day and we think that we will win.
So when I don't hear even Mark Barretta, it talks say, we are not winning, which is just another way of accepting that Amba boys are losing. But then he goes on to say that at least 10 Amba boys are killed every single day. My estimation is about 15 Amba boys killed a day, but let's go with Mark Barretta's number, right? And let us do some mathematics. So in my estimation, there are about 2,000 Amba boys altogether, all throughout the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. Yes, I know. Some people will say that there are more Amba boys than 2,000, so let's assume there are 3,000 Amba boys. And common sense dictates that we don't have to kill all 3,000 of them. We only need to kill half of them and the rest will surrender. So we only need to eliminate 1,500 Amba boys. And Mark Barretta says that the killing rate is 10 Amba boys a day. Therefore, it will take us roughly 150 days to end this madness. And so, if we start the clock from the 1st of October 2018 and count 150 days, which is about 5 months, it will count October, November, December, January and February, which means by the end of February 2019, Amba boys will have been wiped out or in a position to surrender. Obviously, one or two of them will be hardcore and will remain in the forest, turn into armed bandits, which will be wiped out systematically. But the whole of the armed insurrection, in my opinion, would have been crushed by the end of February 2019. And to make matters even worse for the Amba boys, they cannot stop themselves from being killed because they do not have the weapons to fight. They only attack innocent civilians, and when the military arrive, they run into the bushes. Una listen.
Una want fight La Republic. Una no get guns. Una no get weapons.
So as una don't hear, Tapang Ivo, when the spokesperson for Ambazonia Defense Force is crying out loud that the Amba Boys are losing. They have no weapons, no ammunition. So don't mind when you see Amba Boys on Facebook, they are parading with AK-47s and they say they are harvesting weapons from the army. That is just on Facebook, because all those so-called weapons that they say they've harvested, every time you see the Amba Boys are being killed, do you see them with sophisticated modern weapons? No, you never see them with any AK-47s or any sophisticated weapons. All you see them is with the old Dane guns, because at least they can afford the ammunition for the old hunting guns. But the AK-47 ammunition is very rare and very difficult to get hold of. So even if you give them the AK-47s, where are they going to get the ammunition from? Meanwhile, the Cameroon army has all the ammunition and all the weapons and all the manpower to deploy into the Anglophone zone. That can only mean disaster for the Amba Boys. And to make matters even double worse for the Amba Boys, even if the Amba Boys had the guns, they will not get the ammunition. They haven't got the numbers on their side, and they are not trained, and they have no strategy. In fact, don't take my words for it. When I listen,
but La République du Cameroon is taking advantage of the fact that we are divided in terms of strategy, in terms of arresting our own soldiers, in terms of arresting our own generals, and closing in to our own area very fast than we could think of. In fact, right now, the whole of Banso is down.
So my prediction that Ambazonia Independence Armed Insurrection will be officially dead by the end of February 2019 is based on simple observations and doing some simple arithmetics. 1. I calculated the rate at which Amba Boys are being killed, and I used Mark Barretta's own number, 10 Amba Boys a day. 2. I estimate that the military only need to kill half of the Amba Boys, which would happen soon, and then the rest of the Amba Boys will surrender, and because they will realize that they cannot win, so many of them will just surrender and beg for forgiveness, and those who do not surrender will be a tiny group that will remain in the forest as armed bandits, and they will be systematically wiped out. And 3, I believe that the main resistance, the main Amba independence armed struggle will be officially dead by the end of February 2019 because of these observations. My country people them. These are my opinions. Feel free to have your own opinions, and feel free to leave your messages and your comments and your opinions below. Thank you for watching and listening.
Fellow Ambazonians, at this stage, I'm very, very weak because I believe the struggle is already ending.